What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at some speakers. These are one of the cheapest stereo speakers I could find on Amazon. I don't know if you've ever heard of a company called Red Dragon. They make quite a bit of products on Amazon, usually keyboards, and I ordered these because my current setup doesn't have any speakers and my monitor doesn't have any built-in, and you know, built-ins always suck. So these apparently have subwoofers, and it was relatively inexpensive. It was $25 total. I think it was like $29 shipped with tax, but retails like $35.99. This was a little cheaper because it's a second-hand version, meaning someone returned it, and I'm opening it for the first time, and I'm actually kind of just hoping that the item in question is in here, because I've bought stuff on Amazon before that was secondhand, or meaning returned, and the item was missing. So it's happened to me before, but it looks like this thing's pretty well packaged still. Worth the savings of $10 to get it secondhand if everything works correctly. Ready for battle. This is the cheapest sticker I've ever seen in my entire life. Wow, this is a cheap sticker. What's even the point of putting that sticker on there? Hopefully there's no COVID on this secondhand item. It's a 3.5 millimeter jack, and it looks like it's powered by USB, so the Steam Deck should be able to power all of this stuff with the dongles. Whoever returned this, thank you for rewrapping them. I think it doesn't even look like you unwrapped this one. I don't believe this thing has Bluetooth. One of the reasons why it's so cheap. Really nothing too much to it. Obviously you guys won't be able to hear anything very well because your whatever speakers you're listening to is what you're gonna hear from. So I think these are a pretty good setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch the camera around. Alright, so this is probably not what it's gonna look like, but let's just see how it sounds. We're gonna play some Crab Rave. One thing I will say, these buttons here don't feel good whatsoever. Alright, now we're going to test things out with this JBL speaker. I use this for the beach, things like that. This is my portable speaker. This speaker is 5 times the amount of these speakers. 5 times that amount. The question is it 5 times better? There you go, both of them side by side. Clearly the JBL sounds better. I'm hoping it comes through in the video, but JBL clearly sounds better. But does it sound 5 times better? I'm gonna say no. Full retail for this speaker right here, the Red Dragon speaker, is $35, I believe, somewhere like that. Full retail for this thing's $150. I got it on sale for like $119. Always, if I can get something on sale. This was on sale, plus it was a secondhand, and this was perfectly usable. All in all, I don't think they're bad speakers. If you need some cheap speakers to get by that look pretty good and sound decent, I definitely would suggest picking one of these up. You know, hopefully you can get one on sale, or
3 days later.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
So, as I was editing that video, a couple things happened. I got so annoyed by this monitor sitting here and not having the extra desk space, I went ahead and created that stand. Now, it's clear, we do have a cable issue, but I'll deal with that later. What I want to talk about is these speakers. Full retail is $35.99. Oh my god, get away from me. Get away. Well, I'm still reconnecting to Diablo, so it doesn't even matter. So we can actually... Alright, so my issue is, as I was recording, went ahead and did this, and then I was perusing Amazon as I usually do, and I went ahead and I saw this. Another pair of Red Dragon speakers. I couldn't help myself. It was so cheap. These are $25 full retail, whereas the other ones were a little bit more expensive. I think it's $35.99. And honestly, the reason why I picked these up and I figured why I will continue this video is because these are exactly what I paid for those. But remember, these are refurbished ones or returns, so they were heavily discounted. Wow, these things are way bigger. And this one is actually nicer speakers. Speakers themselves have a higher wattage. That alone was reason enough for me to try them out. And wow, they are so much bigger. And the reason why I picked these out, not because of the size. I really didn't think they were this big. And now that I think about it, I don't think... Oh my god, it's like right there. Put some shims. I have some movement in that bracket, but man, that sucks. So let's test these bad boys out. The question is now is, whoa, my lights are flickering, is the JBL Charge 5 times better than these Red Dragons? Couple thing I noticed about this, and there's a micro SD. I don't know why. I guess you can put music on here and then just play, skip. There's all these buttons here. And the main thing is we have a volume knob, we have a treble knob, and we have a bass knob. So, man, that with the extra power, I think this thing might be a hell of a lot better than what we were just dealing with. God, they're so big. I was not expecting them to be this big. Man, these are chunguses. I love how they have these knobs. I love a good knob. Let's see how this sounds on Crab Rave. God, this monitor though, man. I always forget how good looking this monitor is. 1080p. Perfect for the Steam Deck. Damn, they're so big. Why are they so big? This is not gonna work, this being this big. But we got him. Let's test him. They already sound so much better. Like, so much better. And they're $25. If you have the space, wow. There we go. That's bass at max. Does not thump. Nowhere near as high as the JBL's. I'm turning the tweet up. All the way down. Max tweet. It sounds better than the other ones. Alright, let's switch over and see test the other ones real quick. Ultimately, right now, I'm not liking these studio speakers just because they do sound slightly better than these, but they are just kind of lacking. And these we're pretty much at max volume. We have these get a lot louder, but their size is ridiculous. Okay, so let's talk about it. Is the JBL speakers 5 times better than these ones? No. Probably 3.5 times better for this application. Remember, these are portable speakers that have their own battery. Obviously, these can't travel, but we're talking about this setting. 3.5 times better by easy. This is 3.5 times better. So remember, we paid, I think, altogether just under $30 for these. These ones too, just under $30. These are the same price. This JBL is better than both of these. Obviously, it's it is way better than these little studio speakers that we got. These other Red Dragon ones, way better than these ones because the size, like way 5 times for sure for this application, probably more just because of this size alone. It drives me crazy. These ones go a little bit higher up the ranking because of their size. They're not the loudest, but like for this setting, they don't need to be that loud. Still though, the JBL by far is the best sounding one. It is not 5 times better for this application. If we're going portable, clearly there's no competition between the two because this is a portable speaker and these are not. So with that being said, do I recommend any of these? I recommend these ones on the bottom here, whatever these are called. I don't even know what the name of these are called. The Mouthpiece. I like the name Mouthpiece, because they look nicer than these to me, but only if you have the space. These need space, these need less space. If you like the RGB, go with these ones. But if I were to pick one of these two, I would go for the smaller ones just because it fits better in my current setup. These are for sure going back, but ultimately, I'm not keeping either of them. And the reason why is because now that I elevated this monitor, it looks so much cleaner with the JBL speaker, like a soundbar, than anything. So that's why I'm gonna go purely aesthetics. Even though I do like these ones and they do look good, the fact is the JBL, even though it is still my portable, so that means I will eventually have to plug it in, take it out. It's not that big of a deal. Power, it has enough power, enough kick. It's low profile. It's the way to go. This was just a fun video to see what we could find on Amazon, if they were any good or not, and cheapest speakers. But I do definitely recommend these two. This one for sure, if you can get under $30, for sure, easy buy. This one's an easy buy for me. I definitely think they're good enough for what they do. These ones are better than these Red Dragons, even though these Red Dragons are more expensive. This one's cheaper just because you have more volume control. They get louder. They're stronger speakers. Remember, these are, I believe, 20-watt speakers, and these are like, I think, like 5 watt or something like these. But these pack a pretty good punch for how much power they're putting out. But these are still better. So if you have the room, get this one. If not, go with this one. But if you already have a JBL Charge 4, stick with the JBL Charge 4. But other than that, guys, hopefully you guys found this video interesting. I know I got a little carried away building a little monitor stand over there, but you know, it's DIY Poppy, so we're always going to be DIYing something, right? I think I'm going to name this series, is it 5 times better or X times better, of like, you know, comparable item. I think that's what we're gonna do moving forward. We're gonna do some videos like this because I like testing out cheap stuff versus not cheap stuff. And I'm actually gonna do one later with a very cheap cell phone versus a not so cheap iPhone. But thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.